I have one paper, I revise and send it reject. It's with me around 9 months. This is not a good choice for me. Okay. So to survive the review process, you need to have stamina, patience, and thick skin. Okay. Just wait. Okay. Pray hard. Okay. Next. Okay. This is a process. I learned from the Elsevier. Start. You have to submit a paper. The editor will read. According to Prof. Lau, because it's an editor of IJEM, he told me that he don't have time to read the whole article normally. He will read the introduction part first for all the submitted articles, to the IJEM. So the introduction part will be the very, very important or decision for the editor to test reject. Okay? That's why I say that introduction is very important when you write introduction. So after the reviewer, editor review, chief editor review, if they find that, okay, this is a potential article for their journal, they will select the reviewer. Normally, double bind review means that they will normally require 2 to 3 or 4, some 5. Okay, the highest I get is because the rejected means highest is a 5 reviewer. It's a 5 reviewer. Around 84 comments. I need to reply one by one. At the end, I rejected me, but the paper become very good to be accepted in other article, other journal. It takes me a short time because I revised. It's a very good journal, but because they're more to accounting and I'm more to management, so rejected me. Okay. Okay, review. Come back, recommended. If the reviewer say all recommend to reject your paper, the editor normally will follow to reject. If all the reviewer recommend to revise for major or minor, normally they send back to you, you make a revision, amend, record, then resubmit, and that process come. So you wait. Normally, so far I revise and resubmit to the article, only one so far, my 16 article, only one time they reject me. Revise, resubmit, one time me. That's my bad experience. So far, you revise, resubmit, you accept. So far, not okay? Depends, okay? So, revision is very, very important, okay? When you do a revision, don't do in a very hurry way. You have to slowly do and read the review comment. If you don't understand, because sometimes the people normally they write a very simple point form. They not a very paragraph for you. You just write one line. It's very vague and very hard to understand what they're trying to say sometimes. So discuss with your colleague, friends, because reviewer also very limited time to write, So sometimes they're very simple form. Okay. Next. So, okay, what make your paper or articles rejected? First is a lack of motivation. Your paper is too common, no motivation, or mean that you just duplicate and mimic or a very simple article and do normally this kind of thing you reject. Then not sufficient contributions, yeah. For the management nowadays, or the economic or finance, you need to include moderator or mediator. The direct relationship is very hard to get published. Okay, it's very, very hard. All my articles have moderator or interaction term, we call it. Okay? And secondly, it will be the use the latest method. I know you can use SPSS to do the analysis, but now we have a smart PRS. Okay, you try to use the most advanced method. I use a GMM. I'm not using the static panel. I use a system GMM. I already use have article using the threshold. Then I using the quantile. Then I also using the panel one. So this all is a sophisticated for GMM. All this article is accepted because I use the advanced method. I criticize the old method I use my old new method learned by from Prof. Lau, econometric, then my article is accepted. This is a strategy that I play. Okay, I'm not using the very ordinary article method. Does not flow very well. So I mean the structure you have to arrange nicely. Not using a proper methodology is very important. Luckily, UPM have a very good methodology teachers. Okay, like the Dr. Jackie, Dr. Lau, a lot, Dr. Serene. They have very advanced in the method. Okay. Not sufficient knowledge because you never do the proper literature. The topic is not interesting at all. Okay, especially in the economic field, it's saturated. It's very saturated. You know, you have to find something new. You still talking about FDI, something like that. It's a exchange rate. That kind of thing is about. Okay, same like the CSR as well. The CSR already saturated. My field is CSR, so I include good CSR and bad CSR. This is the thing. You need to be advanced one more step. Then how? I cannot use a smart PLS. I try to use a management side to combine with the econometric side. So it's an overlapping side. So this is very good for the management contribution. Because management only uses cross-section data, I use a panel, 10 years, microeconomic, use a firm level data. So you need to be creative. That's why I see that contribution knowledge is very important when you do the literature. Conclusion and finding not supported. You have to write very carefully your finding and your conclusion. Next. Okay, how to get a publish? Okay, time. Okay, when you have speed will be the most important thing for your article. If you have very good topic now, but you don't write now, you see 2-3 months later, almost similar topic will come out very fast. It's very fast now because I see you can go Google Scholar, just type your keyword. Your keyword. You can see plenty of articles about quite similar with your topic. So speed and the time is very important for publication. Highlight the importance of study, follow direction, clear logic, easy to read, the manuscript, willing to accept the review suggestion. You have to review. When the review suggestion, you need to follow. Not say 100%, try to follow as much as possible. Then concise, stick to the point. That your manuscript must be consistent. Don't be, that from starting to the end, you must be consistent with the word, with your tenses, okay? With your way of writing, okay? That's why I not encourage an article is combined by different co-author. It's not advisable at all, okay? That introduction right by my first co-author, then the introductory by my second, not advisable to do that. I think one person to write the all, then we chain accordingly. Okay? Okay, you have to ask this one, whether my contribution is substantive. You have to say test a theory, important gap, is extend the previous work, and what's the implication of your study. This will be very important for a reviewer, because when I do a review paper, normally the editor will ask you to find out this kind of point when you review. Next. Okay, in order to get your accept, this is one of the Nigel John quote. He has a very good writing about the accepted word compile. So attention to detail, check, consider, English, presentation, take, acknowledgement, new, critical, ethical. Okay. I think we run out of time. I think next please. Okay, now the final part of my presentation will be on the introduction. I just touch a bit about introduction. Okay, introduction for me, I allocate a lot of time. Half of my time for the article is for introduction. I will very careful when I write the introduction. This is my style, okay? Because why? Next please. Introduction, you get the review attention early. You have a very good introduction. The editor and the reviewer read, feel very comfortable. They won't find any fault to reject a paper. Okay? this is my feeling when I review an article. I not say what. When I review an article, if the introduction cannot show me the point that I'm looking for, or the contribution, implication, or gap, I find very annoying because I don't want to find the gap at the behind, you know, what data they're using, what's context, what the variable, you know. So it's my introduction is to have all this kind of information of your article. That's why I say I spend half of my time, 50% of my time is for the introduction. Provide evidence why it's interesting. You have to show people evidence that. I know that you can say, oh, I actually done my discussion, the result and discussion, but people would flip behind and read, you know. A reviewer, a month normally we receive 1 or 2. And we are lazy to review the article. Normally, toward the end of time, we reminder, then we review. Okay, so you have to think about the person who review a paper is still very busy. Okay, so provide of idea what is interesting. Second is this is most reviewer say that because in UK like they go to work with train, so the editors, the reviewers say that normally they print. They read all the article during the work to the university. In the train, they will take 15 minutes to read one article. This is one of the talk given by one of the chief editor come to UPM I think last year. He's a chief editor of one of the very high impact journal. He told me that he said, I will take 15 minutes to read. So 15 minutes only can cover introduction. So your introduction need to write very good in order to attract the reviewer, the editor. Okay, if the reviewer don't like the paper, you will find reason to justify to reject it. It's true. Like me, I don't like the article. I mean, the find article is not fit. We will need to find we need to write certain reason why we don't accept it. So we try to look for this kind of weaknesses of the article. In the introduction, try to include the real world example. What is the industrial issue? What is the issue now, current trend of the issue? If you don't include this kind of issue, it's very hard because our research mainly for the industrial or the academic, but industrial, you see, find what is the most critical issue happen now. Put it as a facts and figure. I have one paper doing automotive CSR. I include recently there's a lot of Volkswagen like 2015. He doing some of the fake emission, no? He cheating the people. Then we have a Toyota issue. All this one they practice a good CSR at the same time. He have a lacking on the CSR. So put in all the issue here. The scandal happened. Then because when you put this kind of real life example, people will be impressed that this article really did do a very good groundwork before they do this. It's really linked to the recent current issue. And of course, no editor will publish an uninteresting paper. So we try to make it, the introduction part, try to make it how, the most interesting part is you need to have a very skillful writer. I always say, you have at least 20 to 30 articles is your anchor journal. Try to, I say the word not copy, imitate skillful writer mean follow their way to write. How they discuss the introduction, how they discuss the issue, how they discuss the gap, follow them. Doesn't matter, not say copy, no copy. Follow what points to include, what facts to include, and how the flow. Okay? This is very important. I learned from all this. I learned a lot from them. So this is my way. I immediately skillful. I observe how other writer, how they put the flow paragraph by paragraph. Okay. So I also do the paraphrasing. Certain word I keep, certain word I throw. So the plagiarism cannot be more than 20. Below be okay. For articles, normally because one article asks me 20 and below should be okay. Okay, next. So warning, do not plagiarize, okay? Do not plagiarize an article. No, this is a wrong. Do not copy and summarize. These are all I think you should know. Even though not in article, your thesis was same. Okay, next. Okay, conclusion. Okay, this is my final slide. Publishing take time, so you need to plan ahead. Do not rush, especially for our PhD. We need at least one article published. It's a requirement. If you rush, you cannot. Okay. At least now we have a scopus. Okay. Then a plan. Well, I would say that when you submit an article, you need to be patient. Do not disturb the editor. When you want to review my paper, when you give me the answer, no. Do not disturb them unless you find too long. Normally, I will keep quiet. I never chase the editor or whatever. I just wait. But no, pray hard for you. Just pray the God to the God, you know. Stay strong, okay? I have a pipeline now. I have 7 journal pipeline. I'm waiting for review, under review. So every morning I will click 7 article. What is the status? Under review, under review, under review. If they reject, I will be very sad. Okay, under review, under review, under review. Okay? Normally, because we are in the Asian, the UK, US will be another side. So I will receive the acceptance letter normally in the 3 o'clock morning. So I wake up 6, oh, so happy. So normally it's that very seldom because I said all these British and American journals. So the time of giving the result, normally I receive the 3 to 4 o'clock morning. So that is where I very pray hard when I receive the email, and that time is a good email. So take your time when you receive request, okay? Never argue with the editor or referee or the whatever. But I wish the last point is just anything do not do alone. Discuss with your friends, your supervisor. That's why I welcome all the students who want to discuss with me how to write. I just try my best to help them. I not say I'm very good, no. I just be a bit lucky, because when we analyze, I analyze with the KJ, Dr. Wan, and Prof. Lau, why my paper can be accepted quite smooth, not say smoothly, quite smooth. Then because they say that management very hard, rarely use econometric method to analyze. Because I'm not the finance, I'm more to the kind of management and the business econ. So this is make them, the management already moves one step forward. Rather than the cross-section data, you need to use a longitudinal data. That will be advantage to you. Okay? So that's all for my presentation. So patience, hard work, dedication, quality publication. So PhD equal to quality publication. That's all. Thank you so much. Any questions? Any questions? I'll try my best to answer it. Okay.